Yeah. So for weeks now.
Our mic's alive.
Yes.
Turn this.
Yes,
stuff
it's
down.
good.
Well, it's good as long as we know it. Otherwise, I'm telling stories again that I shouldn't be telling.
John, please test your microphone.
Me, John.
Wrong, John.
Please test the microphone.
Check.
That's right.
So the best way to use
JP.
the microphone is to speak in front of it. I'm gonna keep it 100%.
Yeah.
I should have said that weeks ago.
Put it near your mouth.
That's what she said.
What? So shout out to Sylvia Massey and the Dick Mike. Welcome back to the HoneyComb Hideout. Last week we took a break because we was tired. Well, I was. I needed some catch up.
Was that when we took a break?
Catch up.
He did not take a break for that reason. We
Stop
took a
it.
break because there was an impending snowstorm that didn't actually hit us.
There's an impending snowstorm
Wait,
right now.
what?
We live in New England.
There's another
That's
snowstorm?
true. Yeah, that's true. But it
Listen,
was.
I talked to people
we were
about
concerned.
snow.
We thought it
all
would be
week.
a thing.
What?
We thought it would be a thing. So we, whatever.
It's
Anyway.
not a thing in New England. And I'm telling you, all my friends at home on Xbox, we talk about snow because it's the most fascinating thing in the world to people that don't live in New England.
Well, I
have family in Hawaii, and they're always telling me about like volcanoes and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, the volcano, man. And they're like, so fucking what?
I'm a lot more calm tonight than I was 2 weeks ago.
That's because we don't have any volcanoes.
A lot more calm.
Yeah, I didn't overdose on caffeine today, and I've been reprimanded because I caused problems at the last show. So I'm gonna behave tonight.
I was gonna say,
And I'm in uniform.
Lexi just doubled up on pepper spray.
I'm in uniform, and I was early.
In uniform.
He's in uniform. He's got the 16 by 20 shirt on.
Yeah, and I got my
Hold
yellow.
on, can we show off everybody's shirts?
What?
Let's see. Let's see
What
what
do
you
guys
got.
I don't have anything.
Let's see
but
your
what do you got?
merch.
I have 16 by 20.
What do you got?
Woo.
No, because I know
What
that.
does that even say?
We're gonna start doing this. If anybody out there wants to put their T-shirts on this rack, or they want anybody in the staff to wear T-shirts,
Yeah, absolutely.
send us your T-shirt and we'll promo your band and put it up there.
Absolutely.
Or we'll make Johnny wear it.
Yeah.
Lexi always supports bands and wears band T-shirts.
Always and forever.
yeah.
Some people think that our band supporting thing is a fucking gimmick, and I tell them. But when they see us in reality, they go, "Oh my God, you guys have these band shirts."
Actually,
on. I said, yeah, it's a real
after
thing.
discussion with you about it, I am using a different local band T-shirt in every one of my upcoming reels.
I
Oh,
think
that's
people should. I'm going to give you a Sepsiss shirt before you leave here.
I have one.
Do you?
I've got
Okay.
the original, and I also have my Swami Fest shirt. Yes.
Oh,
And I have a Boot shirt just because I wanted to be able to show Johnny
That's
that
the
I
best.
support him.
That's
you have
serious.
the boop boop.
I support Johnny and all his. Well,
Boop-boop.
let's just not talk about it. Let's just move on.
I know we already covered his. Oh, it's gone. We already covered his head with the QR code from the April 14th shirt, just to make sure that he was safe.
Yeah.
This is the HoneyComb Hideout. We usually stream. Well, we didn't last week, but we stream at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we do so
Close to 7. We're a little late tonight.
We're a little late, but we do so usually at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we do so every hump day.
Wednesday, let me.
Every hump day.
To the right of me is my favorite bass player from another naysayer, Mr. Johnny Impact. Yeah, better known stage left, bases of death. It's my guy. He's a band member here. He's played. I always introduce you. I feel like you should say something. Lexi's the merch girl in the band.
Hi, I'm Lexi.
We call her the celebrity merch girl because that's what we said, and we're the first to do it. And when you're the first to do something, then you are an inventor.
Yes.
Hold on. When you're the second person to do it, you're a fucking leader.
Yeah.
So you have inventors, and then you have criminals. So you have inventors, and then you have people who steal shit from people who originally invented it and lie like they invented shit. Those are criminals. So on that, we're talking about on this episode, there's a fine line, right?
There is a fine line
between some of the awesome people that we have in music and in our history, and we have some radical personalities, right? And this isn't a political conversation, but it is a people conversation. It is a conversation about historical, and it is a conversation about behaviors and actions and events and reports. And I want to talk about that in terms of heroes and villains. But before we get started, it's, people need to know who we are. And there's a lot of people that watch this broadcast each week. And there's some people who might think that at any time somebody on the panel here is a villain or a hero.
I have been identified as a villain in the past.
Depending on where you're standing. And we do that on purpose. We did that on purpose. That's orchestrated. Everything we do on this program is for entertainment. All the opinions expressed.
Mostly our entertainment,
Right,
but
really.
if you like it, we like it too.
So if there's anything here that makes you feel uncomfortable, let's remember that everything we do on the Sepsiss pages, everything we do on the network, all the posts that me and Melissa put up, all that stuff, we're musicians. This is a band page, and all the stuff that we post that goes along with it is our fun way to encourage people to listen to music and get to know us better. So any discussion that's here is opinion-based, and it doesn't represent everybody in the band because we're not all here.
That's a fact.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you step a little bit to the right or you step a little bit to the left, it's okay. You're up, you're down, you're in and out. Sepsiss is a variety pack. We're a team, if you can't tell. We love the internet, and we are a team organization. We're a team business. I think there's 27 of us in a close team. I counted 27 this last season that work with the band. So being that you're going to have heroes and you're going to have villains, and running a small company or organization like this has a lot of personalities. And we're talking about a lot of personalities and a lot of shit that we weren't there to observe. So you're going to hear about different stories and crazy stuff because it's entertaining. It's fun to talk about. But that's what we're here to do on the program, is to explore, discover, and have fun.
Absolutely.
And to challenge ideas. So try not to get too butthurt. It's all for entertainment. It's all cool. Each and every one of these is for enlightenment and personal enrichment.
Yep.
And you might find somebody that you agree with today.
Yep.
And then somebody that
Next
you find
week.
a genius
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yep.
And somebody you find a criminal next week. So if you hear 30 seconds of a clip of something that Lexi says and you think that she's so sweet and nice, you're wrong.
Yeah, Lexi can be mean.
She's a very mean person. No, I'm just kidding.
So don't take any of it too seriously.
Don't take anything seriously. That's the fine
I
print.
offend people every week. If I offend you and you bring it to my attention, I won't feel bad about it because I'm a bad guy sometimes.
You are a bad motherfucker.
I play one on the internet. Anyways.
Right. Yeah, no, I put it.
Just don't take shit too serious.
Everything about us is for entertainment on the Sepsiss networks. A lot of stuff is encouraged to make you emotional or think.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Stop everything.
What?
I can interrupt Will whenever I want because he always has a lot to say.
We have the button
all
for
right?
that. That's why I have the
Okay.
button.
All right, I'm confused. Melissa,
when JP interrupts me, I blow the
evidently, someone at the head of the table has dropped the ball
What?
again today.
What?
I'm
Melissa
leaving.
just said to me JP, did you receive my gift of caffeine today? Did Melissa send you the gift?
It's in the car. Let me go get it.
Oh my God! This is bullshit! Melissa, you gave them one job to do. One job. That's not true, Melissa. I love you, but you gave them a lot of jobs.
No, I'm going to tell you. I was going to say, she gives us all of our jobs.
But I thank you, Melissa, for my gift that I have not received. And
we should make him drink it
I will
on air now.
cherish
See what
it.
it does to him throughout the program.
What is it? She didn't. She did, didn't she?
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
She did.
I'm
I
so
haven't
foolish.
found one yet. Did you see Lexi sneak by the camera just now? She tried to duck down real low and get
Duck
by.
down records.
It's crazy. All right, Melissa, thank you very much. I think I know what it is because I made a big deal about it last week on the internet, or the other day on the internet.
Because you're a villain.
Yep. I'm very
Johnny
excited because I've
Johnny-
yet to find it myself.
Johnny, to me, while Lexi the hero is going to go grab and retrieve the gift. One thing that I'm not, and Bars might be a better. I think if anybody here was on this, he's going to be like, "What the hell?"
What is it?
There it is. There it is. Ta-da!
Oh shit! First of all, holy, it's Mountain Dew Pitch Black Energy.
Yo, you know that
I was
Melissa-
gonna behave tonight.
Dude, I bet you Melissa's been sitting there with her sniper rifle.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, and to everyone else that's about to deal with this. Too bad, folks.
I'm so sorry. I forgot it
Buckle
in
up.
the car. I'm so sorry.
For all of you that were hoping that this was going to be a 2-hour program,
Boy.
that's like a 4 Loco or something.
Yes.
Without the Loco, it's just got 4 in
Mountain
it.
Dew should send
John's the
Sepsiss
logo
some
part.
money
Right.
for putting this on the show tonight. You know.
I know.
You and the WWE. The WWE they did a show the other night.
The World
Fully sponsored by
World
Pitch Black.
Wildlife Federation. I
No.
love them.
Yeah, no.
I love dogs.
I love the
and
World
cats
Wildlife
and-
Federation too, but it's the,
I know
it's
Johnny
the
would
other
like
guys.
that. That's a dumb joke. Only Johnny
Is it
laughs
good?
at my dumb jokes.
Is that good?
I really
I
like it a
appreciate
lot,
you, bro.
Lexi. Yeah. So I like Pitch Black. It's really just kind of like Mountain Dew with grape soda, but this is Pitch Black Energy, so we have
Yo,
no
hold on,
idea
I
what's
feel-
about to happen.
I feel like I feel disloyal to our sponsors.
Well, no, you shouldn't, because
I shouldn't,
Eargasm
'cause
earplugs
you
are
know-
the best earplug on the market.
You know, I'll tell you though. I don't know who that energy drink is right there.
we should be.
But
they're not the
you
ones
know-
that you sponsor. That sponsors you.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm talking.
they should
shit.
sponsor you.
But I am saying this. They should, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them that. What's their name?
It is Mountain Dew.
Oh, they're not gonna sponsor me.
Mountain
Is
Dew
that Coca-Cola?
Energy. No, that's the enemy of Coca-Cola.
It's Pepsi.
Let me tell you something.
We're all
This
going
is
to
hold
jail.
on. We're gonna
We're
no.
all going to jail.
No, we're not. Here's the deal. Mountain
team's
Dew,
gonna kick in the
Mountain
door
Dew,
any second.
Pepsi Corporation might want to sponsor the show,
Okay.
and the reason
They need to
why
change the
I'm going to
color of
give
that
you some,
can.
no, I'm going to give you no. Well, they can't do that. Well, I mean, we can do regular Mountain Dew, maybe add some
wasps
yellow.
on it and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Maybe they could do a swarm version of Mountain Dew.
They'll sell more of that. I
Oh,
guarantee
hold up,
you.
hold up.
I don't let me
Hold
start
up,
talking shit.
hold up,
bro.
hold
Yo, no.
This could be a real bars. This could be a real. Hold up.
Lexi.
No, I got it right here. You gotta let me spin. You gotta let me finish because I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help. This is how I'm bringing this to the franchise that we are. Okay. First of all, Mountain Dew. If you sold a swarm version of Mountain
Yo.
Dew, whether it's regular soda or energy, even energy would be better.
And
Swarm Mountain Dew with pineapple flavor because we'll only drink
And
pineapple juice.
Yeah.
It would be huge in the metal/rock world.
And I'm telling you.
And the reason why this show works is
Yeah.
because not only do you have a very diversified cast,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all very knowledgeable in the music business, but you have me, and my name is John Pemberton.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important because if you look at the history of
Let
your
'em know.
competitor,
Let 'em know.
Coca-Cola,
That's right.
I might have the exact same name as the inventor of your biggest competitor. So wouldn't it be funny if you had the 2023 version
That's right.
of John Pemberton represent?
He's back,
Your company.
motherfucker.
It's almost like I'm reincarnated. Don't associate me with that other guy. Not only did he invent something like that, he was a pretty crappy person.
I was gonna say he might have
Yeah.
invented something we're talking about
He
later.
wasn't good at business, and he legitimately was the first real problem in the country as far as drugs. I mean,
Really?
he makes a drink, loads it with drugs,
right. Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys that buy the company off of him, they start selling it in bottles to all the former slaves that are working piecemeal at the
Right, it's
plantations.
Xbox Live.
See, literally, the first drug dealers in the country were the lawyers that bought the stuff off.
And now you got fucking TikTok.
Now let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of them, and let's just talk about how wonderful Pepsi is and Mountain Dew. What a wonderful company.
Right.
I really do think that Swarm Mountain Dew would be perfect.
I'm looking at the colors right now. I can see it.
Oh, change it up. Yellow, orange,
The only difference
green.
between I would love to work with them. The only
Yellow,
difference
orange,
between
and green. That would be like that would look like Mardi Gras colors, right?
Cinco de Drinko.
Right?
Woo!
I'm in. I love caffeine. I love caffeine. It's one of the only things
Okay,
I
now,
do.
we've totally gone off the rails. Melissa, you have no one to blame but yourself for this. I love you, and I appreciate you, and thank you for the gift. But we had a well-planned out show tonight. I showed up
now it's
early.
gone to hell.
And now it's completely out the window. Good luck getting your show on the air on time tonight.
We're not going to use the word professional here
we
anymore.
are
On the page we can, but
professionally unprofessional.
this is the most unprofessional
This is true.
time
This is true.
on the whole network.
This is true.
Everything that Melissa does is professional.
Right.
Everything that Good Bargain, when they put up stuff, it's professional and organized.
I think that's why
when
she
we
asked
do
me
it,
to do this with
it
you.
doesn't work.
It would make her look even more professional if she had a bumbling.
This
clown.
is the
Right?
the contrast. I'll tell you, with no
All right, listen. Hold on a second. I'm missing all this. I know Gio's taking a million cheap shots at me, and that's fine. If we miss your comments, I apologize. I usually focus on the comments and chime in.
JP is responsible for answering all the comments.
Right, but here's the
from here
thing.
on out.
Here's the thing. If we don't get to you, I promise I will get to you in the days that follow the show. But tonight's episode is so jam-packed. We
Will
had
we
to
get there?
We had to
Right.
cut and trim so much that we wanted to talk about because we have so much good going on today.
Yeah, we better move.
Who's going
right?
to start with the openers, man?
Well, if everybody could please just share this from wherever you're watching this,
Yeah,
whether it be
please share,
Facebook or
please
Twitch
share.
or whatever, because that
Lexi, myself,
helps us
Johnny,
out
Will,
the most.
Good
really.
Bars, we all appreciate it. Thank you.
And everybody jump in the comments and keep chatting. I appreciate y'all. We do have some openers to just start off the discussion. But I forgot what they were.
Did you really?
Oh no!
I can,
you know
I
what?
can cue you up.
No.
I got him.
No, we got Ticketmaster. I want to, but I want to read that because we've been talking about that for a while.
Ticketmaster.
Would you? Do you want to read it?
I can try to find it. Let me try.
Do you want me to cue you? Anybody in the queue?
I got you.
No, I'm
First
comfortable.
opener we're going to talk about is about the guy I don't
Is
like.
it this
Really? I
one?
thought we were going to do Ticketmaster.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. The guy I don't like.
Okay, so the we'll say the elected, because if not, JP will come right over that table.
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say anything about. Everybody knows where I stand politically, and so we're not going to talk politics.
That means he loves liberal. He loves liberal women.
I do love liberal
especially.
women, but that's just because
Liberal with what?
they ain't never seen nothing.
Liberal
like
with
me.
what?
So anyways.
So, but the one, no, I'm gonna keep it real. The one thing we all have a wide variety of different views here. We give each other shit about it all the time.
Yeah, we do.
But this is something that you probably won't agree with, other than the fact that they're making a move on Ticketmaster because Ticketmaster
No, I totally agree
owns
with this.
the planet.
If I understand it the way this is literally the. All right, I'm gonna put myself out there. This is literally if it's what I understand, if it's what I understand it to be. This is literally the first thing that man has done that since he's been in office that I agree with.
Okay, and that's
You know what I
taking
mean?
on the monopoly giant.
Yes.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
For
Yeah. The hell with
what?
Ticketmaster for their
What
unreasonable
specific?
fees.
Maurice,
And
yeah.
you got to realize something. A lot of people don't understand. These companies get it on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just charging you fees as a consumer, as a
Look,
fan.
I'm just gonna
they're charging the bands and the acts and the venues. They have fees too.
I'm gonna tear through this.
This drink is getting the best of
I'm
me
gonna
already.
say that's the best damn Mountain Dew you've ever had. Can't drink your eargasm. That's what she said.
I do love Eargasm earplugs. They're an amazing
and,
product.
Right, and they pay us. So
Yeah,
make sure
they pay you.
They pay.
I haven't seen a check.
They paid
but whatever.
us.
It's all good.
They pay us today because that's how we get all the advertising out for
All
the
I
show.
know is it's helping. I have friends that have purchased that using the discount code Sepsiss Band, all one word. And so I have friends that have purchased that using the Sepsiss Band discount, and they feel extremely pleased with their purchase.
Okay, okay, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah,
everybody's like them.
They
Well,
really, really love the product, and they're very pleased that Sepsiss got them a discount.
don't put them in the places where you don't need them.
No, they're meant for your ears.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
They're meant for your ears.
Somebody asked me if they could put them other places, and I told them no.
No, it's I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but ooh, like why?
Right.
And then you got to disinfect them, and
Well, they come with these come with wipes. You know what?
Johnny was so proud of me that I was
Bars,
behaved
wondering
tonight.
why they
Now
came
it's
with those wipes.
Yeah.
I was like, why do they need wipes for these? No, but so
Please get Eargasm earplugs.
No, but purchase Eargasm earplugs because they're gonna save your fucking ears.
Thank you, Sean Jubert. What a nice comment.
Yes.
He said, I love watching this. Killer topics. I tune in every Wednesday. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate you. And I'm sorry that we get a little out of control sometimes.
Because
but,
it's tough to justify why anybody would take out tons of time to watch what we're doing right now.
Hans says, great
But
deal of Pepsi, but I'm not paying $75 for admission to Blue Ridge.
I'm not doing it. Somebody said the other day they don't like rap music. I said, how many rappers have you heard?
How many rappers are? Yeah,
And,
so
I
many
said, and then they
rappers.
couldn't name any. I said, then how to know you fucking like it?
Right.
Stop that.
Stop.
I don't like food. Nobody likes anything anymore. I just wanted. All right. So I'm gonna just say this.
Swami do. I like that. Good boss. Swami do.
I'm just gonna say this because they're awesome. But if you buy Eargasm and you use promo code Sepsiss Band, one word, they pay us. The band. They pay the band, and the band uses that money
You know who we have in
for
the
gas
audience?
money, for merch.
So
for
buy your
guitar
goddamn earplugs. These are the best earplugs on the market.
And then if JP starts yelling about shit on
I'm
the
not going to yell. I'm
podcast,
not going to yell because I get in trouble when I yell.
I'm just telling you.
Anyways, Derek Pichon is in the audience. And he
My
said,
God.
I'm just here for the fun.
We've been trying. Oh,
Derek-
well, this is good.
This is real good. So, Derek,
This is good
I'm glad
because
you're here for the fun,
if
but
you
I'm still
buy
waiting on
these
your announcement.
fucking Eargasms,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
then I'll have enough gas to
get to Louisiana.
I was going to say,
Let's
'cause
get down there to Slidell,
may-
Louisiana, and
I
see
may
our
or
boy
may
Derek.
not have a tour coming in July.
You know what? I got in trouble for this last time.
Well, I'm telling you.
No, I
You
know,
started this shit. You think it's a joke. I would
Think
not
it's a
have a
game.
tour going in July right now.
Right.
If you weren't on this program
Right.
months ago saying
Yeah,
there's
let's
going to
do
be
it.
a tour, because when you did that,
Yeah, people got excited.
somebody called me.
Derek, is there a spot for us down there in Slidell, Louisiana?
Because I'm coming already.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm already.
we might as well hit Slidell.
I'm already going.
We're gonna
So
be in Texas.
I'm not even going to. Don't tell everybody that because
Oklahoma,
they don't know that.
Texas,
They don't know that.
now Slidell,
All
Louisiana.
I will say is that there is definitely. I'm telling you, there is people because people been asking if we're touring, and I'm telling them no, we're not. We're not playing anywhere, but we are playing somewhere.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
somewhere that we're going.
Yeah. It's warm.
I will give you.
It's really warm.
I will give you this.
And it's got cacti everywhere.
and it's big.
That's like plural cactus.
It's a big state that we're going to.
Yes.
and it's warm.
Yeah. Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wear shoes. Don't step on a cactus.
I'm gonna talk about. You're giving away clues that
I'm doing what?
that
What do I
aren't
do?
relevant.
What,
It's gonna be cold. We're gonna tour
I'll
somewhere.
get a venue in Slidell. Just let me know the details.
See,
There we go, folks.
there you
He's
go.
already
There we
on
go.
it. He's already
on
I'm
it.
serious.
I'm loving it.
I'm serious. We're gonna and look right now. Everybody, go look at their calendar. If you're in your bedroom,
You ever been to
look at
Louisiana?
July.
You ever been to
Okay,
Louisiana?
look at July right now, and I want
but
you
with
to
all
look.
the heat that you're talking about, you're keeping me in denial.
No, dude, the food is wonderful in Louisiana. Oh my God, the food is fantastic.
I talked to our drummer, and you know how our drummer likes to tour.
The women are
Yeah.
fantastic as well in Louisiana. If I'm still single at that time, it could be a problem.
So okay, yo D, if you can, please get with the promoter here.
Derek, call me. You know what, Derek? I'm gonna hit you on the way home.
Why don't y'all build the show?
Yeah.
And I would like
Yeah.
the promoter to come with us on the show and come with us on the tour. You should come with us just for fun, and just for fun.
Derek, I'll call you on the way home.
Look at this. See how the pressure. See how this hits out here. It's serious. I'm gonna talk about JP's favorite friend.
Who?
I'm talking about my favorite friend
Who's
in
my-
Ticketmaster.
Oh yeah, you can talk about that
Because
guy.
we're not gonna go, if we do go to Louisiana, we ain't gonna lose Ticketmaster. We're gonna be like Taylor Swift.
Listen,
We're gonna be like, oh, we're in
Listen,
Louisiana. We
move-
got
Hold
$18,000
on,
tickets.
The move is fantastic. I love what he's doing. But let's be honest, it wasn't
I don't
him.
know what he's doing.
He doesn't know what day it is. But somebody else
He
that
doesn't
works
know
for
what
him
he's doing.
told him what to do.
Okay.
And he's doing it.
So JP's best friend is
And I
calling
approve.
for limits on concert fees and early termination, charges for TV and internet, as well as restrictions on excessive penalties for late payments on credit cards, and new rule that would require airlines and other booking platforms to list up front the full price of tickets. Now, he ain't
Correct.
just talking about tickets. He's saying any motherfucking tickets.
Any tickets. Yeah, so not just Ticketmaster, but that's good. That's good for everybody.
What do you
I
think
hate
about
that.
that?
When they tell you, like, so I'm going to a concert Friday, right? I'm going to a concert Friday.
They've got big ass
concert.
groups, okay?
Yeah. Big
If you go to most of the festivals here, there's probably people that are going to start crying about it.
Yep.
But anywhere there's a big festival, there's a fucking litigation.
100%.
Okay,
yeah.
so and I'm saying
So this isn't one of those festivals. This is just I'm going to, Connecticut to see Anthrax, Black Label Society, and Exodus, right? So I'm going to the show,
Right.
and I bought a bunch of tickets because I had friends coming from out of state that were going to come up. So I bought all
this is not a routine festival.
No,
Okay.
this is a regular show.
Okay.
So I bought all the tickets, and then my friends couldn't make it. They had to, dip and whatever. And that's fine. I was able to get rid of the tickets. That's fine. But I went online just to look. And, like, people were reselling tickets for ridiculous numbers. So the tickets were advertised at, like, I don't know, $45 or $49. I think it was $45. Tickets were $45 for the show each. And then after Ticketmaster got done with the fees, it was like almost $70 a ticket. Like, are you kidding me? It should have been like $50. It ended up being $70. So the fees were at least 50% of the cost each ticket of the ticket price itself.
Okay,
that's insane.
That's crazy. And if you come and see
times 15,000 seats, like, are you
come,
serious?
If you come and see a band like Sepsiss or like Dead by Wednesday, okay,
I'll be with
Tombstones.
those guys on Friday.
If you go, what, for real? They over
Christian
there?
and Dave bought the 2 seats next to me. My friends canceled.
Oh,
Couldn't
that's
make it up
dope.
yet.
I'll tell them I said what's up.
Yeah.
But if you go see a band, Dead by Wednesday is great, top-notch metal. You may not discover them yet. And you're going to get the same type of competitive quality.
100%.
And I'm not saying that you need to be the
100%.
favorite fan. You need to go out and grab a Sepsiss disc. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, just for the sake of conversation, that, $170 to go see some band, or you could go see a band like Firstborn for under $20.
Yeah.
Man, so all summer. As much as I love the celebrities,
You're
they
gonna hit a lot
ain't
of
going
locals.
nowhere.
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
going. They're not going anywhere. So I mean,
Yeah.
if somebody gave me tickets, I go. I go. I get it.
Yeah, I get
Or if
it.
they're like one of my favorite bands, I'd probably go. Hey, I did want to. I wanted to see what you guys thought about this. So, like driver's licenses, right? Are like product key.
Yeah.
Okay, you like your driver's license. Like I have a non-driver's license. I'm in my 40s, and I've never ever owned a vehicle in my life. I don't want to drive. I've never driven. I have no desire to drive. I've never needed to drive. I won't drive.
Oh man, I've been threatened.
You've been threatened?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk
Melissa
about it.
Wolf.
Oh.
She just said JP was stealing you. It's happening.
Oh, well. Don't get me started on
No,
that.
you know,
I
you-
got into
when
it.
I
I'm not-
first met
I'm not
Sepsiss-
actually going to get into this because
When I
we're
first
going to
met
have
Sepsiss,
a thing.
many years ago, when I first met Sepsiss,
This is a real life fight that me and Melissa have.
Melissa tried to get me to jump
fight.
on board and be a staff member, and I was like, no, I don't know.
People are afraid to join Sepsiss.
I had reasons. I was like, no, I'm doing other things. And Will and I were hanging out one night. I was having something strong, probably Jameson with something, and Will was having one of his really like double shot of like pineapple juice. Just pineapple juice, and he was like, yo, you gonna work with us? And I was like, nah, man, you guys are awesome, but I got other things going on. And he was like, yeah, but you gonna work with us? And I was like, but Will, I got other things going on. And he goes, listen, man. He goes, listen, man. His exact words to me, listen, man. I have to live with Melissa. Melissa gets what she wants. And I was like, and the way he said it was like, not only was it scary to me, he was scared. I could tell by his face.
That's why I said let's not have this conversation on the air because I'm getting all type of pressure.
He was terrified. So I laughed about it and kind of walked away from it. And then at some point, I ended up working with y'all, and I was like, well, Will was right. Melissa always gets her way.
This whole thing about we weren't going to do much touring this year, and then we wind up having something to do later on in July.
We're not doing a lot of touring. We're just doing one little trip.
There's more shows. Every time I say there's no shows this year, more. But what I'm saying is she wants you to go on this fucking trip.
No, I know. I
and
understand
who do you think gets squeezed?
No, I understand that. You're my friend, and I love you, but we'll talk.
I'm trying to tell you something.
We'll talk.
You remember when like video games too, or even like I got in trouble for having the Uncle Luke. He had a song about girls shaking their butts at the pool. It was a controversial song. Living free in the USA. I don't know. I was a young kid.
Okay, nice.
All I know is there was a lot of half-naked women going crazy.
Which is why most of us guys got into music in the first place.
That's why I got into music.
Right.
So it was Uncle Luke, and I idolized guys like Dr. Dre and Ice-T and Onyx and Biohazards, and I loved all that shit.
Yeah.
So Anthrax.
Yeah.
All of that, and for sure, man. Like you needed. The rules were different back then.
The rules were very.
It was weird because, like, your mom could be like, "Hey, can you go across the street and get me a pack of Marlboros
with a note?
I'm gonna write you a note."
Yeah. With a
note. I was confused about that. But up until my son was about 14, 15. They took buying video games seriously. Like,
right.
He wanted to play. Quentin, please forgive me for this.
It was rated
This child
M.
wanted to play GTA. He hounded me about it.
Yeah,
as soon as he discovered it, and I tried. I'm the dumbest parent in this generation because I'm the first parent with all the gadgets. So we haven't fully absorbed how dangerous this shit is. So I'm the first parent. So when people are like these fucking parents who give their kids iPads, I'm the first fucking one. I'm the person you're talking about. When you're like these parents that made the mistakes of putting their kids in front of video games, you're talking to me. My son is 22 years old. He grew up on video games, the internet, because of me. You see what I'm saying? We have a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? And he's a genius. And he doesn't spend all his days on the internet. He's a really cool cat. He's super intellectual.
He grew up in so what they said it wouldn't happen, right?
And they said that he was gonna it was gonna ruin. It said it was gonna ruin his life, and it didn't.
Nope.
But I do want to point out something. All right, is that there are different levels and frequencies of young minds, because brains don't stop developing until late 20s and 30s, right?
Yes.
You as a creature, we stay youth longer than other creatures. Like, there aren't too many other creatures, mammals, on Earth that are kids for fucking 20 years.
Right.
We're kids. You know what I'm saying? We're still our brains are still socially developing well after our 20s. So, like, that's fundamentally fucking nuts. So I just wanted to point out that what's good for one kid and what's a good experience or a good lesson for another kid or another person might be different.
Yeah,
the
one
threshold,
size does not fit all.
Like, not all children can watch horror movies.
Right.
They have night terrors, piss to bed, all type of other crazy shit happens to them. It's traumatic.
Yeah. No, you said you weren't going to talk about that. Please, I'm embarrassed. Oh, wait, what? All right. So yeah, no.
But what I just wanted to point out that, like, there's all this talk now about what type of social media and you were doing what social media did with Slayer and Ice-T.
Yeah.
And some other,
Social media is huge.
So in terms of like when my kid finally could buy GTA,
Yep.
okay, my son was very well qualified, all right? Despite me giving him all this garbage and me being threatened every day that it was going to rot his brain.
Yep.
It kept him quiet, and unlike me, it kept him off of drugs, and it kept my kid out of jail. So to me, my generation, we went to jail and we did drugs and we had sex and we did stuff like that. So to me, in my young mind, I'm watching my son play with the iPad and going on YouTube and playing video games. I'm like, he's not in jail. He doesn't have any children. He doesn't have, so in me, I'm like, in my, because I'm not a very well-equipped young parent. I'm like, oh, this is great, I find something that he likes. I'm safe. I can, so that's just, and thankfully we have a really strong relationship. But what I wanted to, because we're talking about qualifications today, and we can't talk about qualifications without talking about psychology and how people think about the media and how people treat it. And in terms of him wanting GTA, he was well qualified to want GTA before he had it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can remember going there, and he'd go, Dad, you got to come with me. And I'm like, what the fuck I got to come with you for? It's a video game,
Right.
And because by the time he could have it, I respected him, and to me, he was qualified to play it. But I don't know if they still exist, but there were laws and guidelines at the video game store where you could not sell certain type of material.
I'm not sure how much of that was actually like laws or if it was just company policy.
But when we went to Strawberries and Sam Goody to buy NWA, you got patted out, dude.
So you remember?
What?
Well, so here's the deal.
Oh my God, Lexi, you're gonna flip when I tell you this.
So Lexi, back in the '80s, I mean, if you go back and you look at any of the like news clippings,
she doesn't know this, and that's why this is important.
If you go back and you look, and this is just really confusing to me, and I don't want to get political, but I have to tell you the truth so you know. So back in the '80s, you'll see that Dee Snider and a bunch of famous people went out and like argued before Congress to talk about these new rules that were being pushed on censorship. They were trying to censor and, at the very least, rate and label games, music, movies. Everything had to be rated with a new system that was harder, so kids couldn't see something that they felt was mature,
this goes into. This goes into girls shaming themselves and
it's
anorexia.
It's very strange to me because
different shit. Like
I believe in free speech. I'm a big supporter of free speech, and it's confusing to me. That was like the first thing that hit a speed bump for me politically because I am very fiscally conservative, but a lot of my beliefs are liberal or somewhat liberal because
a lot of your women are liberal. JP,
I've been in entertainment for so long, back and forth, that I do have a very liberal mindset in certain areas. Not completely, but certain areas. The crazy part to me is the very political party that is currently running this country that
Ticketmaster.
The very political party that like should represent the liberal mindset because that's what they sell themselves as. They were the ones trying to censor music and pretty much end free speech. I mean, it was Al Gore who was the vice president of the United States. It was his wife, Tipper Gore, that ran the PMRC. That was trying to literally, they were like burning books and shit. Like they were crazy. They were out of control, and they were trying to censor.
That's not unheard of. Hold on, that's not unheard of.
It's kind of crazy.
It's not unheard of, especially in that time. That was that destroying things was an image. Bulldozing Ice-T tape.
Right, yeah, remember that?
That was part of the PR.
You need to see the videos on that.
She's not
You're too
from
young
the
for this.
era.
Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs. They make an egg and do all this stuff.
They get all the albums and CDs
so now
and breaking them and driving over them.
Right, now it's social media and people doing nasty shit on social media. But then it was something different.
Right.
It's just...
All right, but listen, we're getting way off topic. We're getting way off topic.
It's just images. I got to
reel you back in. I'm going to start by reeling you back in on this nonsense that's going on here. So this fine gentleman who I lost.
Well, I have a very I have
Nick Barrio. Nick Barrio said, "Will,
yeah.
you're way too calm tonight, man," which was followed up by Gio.
Well, that's because I haven't made my point.
Well, it was followed up by Gio. Will is calm and Pemmin is pinging off the wall. There's a glitch in the Matrix.
That's the Mountain Dew.
There's no glitch in the Matrix, Gio. Sit back, be quiet, pay attention.
So, despite all the characters and the lawmakers and the good guys and the bad guys and history and what happened before, right now, there's, in my time, in your time, not into some time where there was some other people and there was other, guidelines and rules. The field that we're playing in now is the big question, like video games and pornography, because what we're talking about today is adult spaces, guys.
Correct.
All right, it's not political. It's about adults and children, and
should we share the space?
And should we be sharing our space?
Yeah.
And what type of behavior are not partisan adults?
Right.
How much adults are making this available to children? All right.
Yeah.
So I took accountability in the first part of this conversation by describing my relationship personally with my son, and something that I was saying that I felt that after time and after, because
real life stuff.
We have not had this stuff long enough to absorb or measure or calculate. I'm not talking about the war on drugs or what happened. Those things have been measured, and those have expired. Slavery expired. Running over CDs expired. CDs expired.
I'm going to give you the props on this one. You and I had this conversation in a different context, privately. Just you and me talking on the phone. And you said something that really, really hit me. He said parents wouldn't let their children jump into a ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese if there was one razor blade in there. But they let their kids play unsupervised on the internet for hours. And we know the internet is loaded with razor blades.
Razor blades, pedophiles, bombs, brass knuckles, you can look up anything on the internet.
Yeah.
So and the reason why I said that to you, and this is the way this is what I want everybody at home to imagine too. You wouldn't babysit someone else's child.
Yeah.
If I filled up a small plastic bucket full of cotton balls and I put one razor blade in there and told you if the kid could get it out, I'd give you $1 million.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, and there's no responsible adult. You don't even have to be a parent. There's not a responsible, healthy-minded adult that's going to entertain it and encourage a child to stick his arm in a bucket full of 1 million soft and fuzzy, comfy, warm cotton balls if you knew responsibly that there was something that child could get hurt and put his arm in there. Yep. And we throw our children in the internet every single day. Yep. And that was the lesson that I'm trying to, that's not a partisan lesson. That's not a version. That's not a historical moment. That's something we can live by and stand on forever. So the question is, when adults sharing spaces, if I say the most healthy parents and adults in the room, are you going to make pornography available to your children? No fucking way. So why is it? Then why are we so comfortable that Instagram provides it? Why? Because my son grew up, and he said, "Dad, you know what?" Because I told him this story. And he said, "You know what was on the internet when you gave it to me?" And I said, "What?" He said, "All the shit that you were afraid of is what I saw." And he said, "I was lucky. I had good parents."
That's awesome. That's some good stuff right there.
Wow.
For real.
That's awesome.
Do you understand what I'm...
incredible.
Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying? He threw it back at me and said, "Hey, no, that shit was fucked up that I seen on the internet." He said, and I recognize that you kind of feel guilty about raising me this way. But balls in your court, man. You know what I mean? I don't blame you. And I respect your accountability, and I came out good because I was raised by you.
Nice.
Bro, come on. You got to
That's
learn to
amazing.
surrender. So
amazing.
in terms of accountability, though, and moving forward, we haven't had the internet, lightning speed, technology has been aimed at us. We haven't even had vape cigarettes for long enough to know what they do yet, right? So people want to move to e-cars, and people want to move to laser guns and having sex with robots, and that sounds great. But when in AI and everything we talk about, because this program is about learning and conversations, right, and challenging these ideas. So in terms of that, we haven't had electric cars we hadn't had them long enough to really know what parts they're going to play in our lives. Think about it.
Yeah, we don't know.
Our
the
most
long-term
historical
effects.
literature, and I'm not gonna bring up books and mythological figures and characters. You can pick one. Pick your favorite politician. Pick your favorite god. Pick your favorite deity. We've got historical books and historical figures that have been in our society for tens of thousands of years. But Cleopatra couldn't tell you how the fucking pyramids were built. She had no clue.
Yeah, she had no idea.
By the time the Greeks and Romans got over there, they didn't write the fucking hieroglyphics. So what I'm saying is I'm talking about something that's observable. I'm not going back into ancient civilization. I'm talking about the modern day internet where we do everything.
It's happening right now.
Okay, so the question is this. Kids have to be 16 to drive cars. They have to be 18 to fire weapons. They have to be 25 years old to make purchases on homes and get certain loans, right? You have to even be a certain age to publish music.
Yep.
You have to be a certain age to go into an adult store. Why do we have adult spaces where adults and children share the same toys and the same play space with the same desires?
Yeah, it's
Why
concerning.
do we have a place that adults regulate? That's governed. Let's not talk about who they are, what party they're in, or country. That's how we get all fucked up here. What adults? All of them, all of us. Why do we have these adult spaces where we share adult themes, adult images, adult tools? Anybody can wake up and start an adult business on Facebook. That's why you have so many role players and people cheating. That's why you have so many people masquerading. That's why you have all these cosplay scammers and schemers. And that's why you can't even go shopping without turning around, without somebody trying to take your identity or an imposter, a decoy, a record label. I'm saying, should there be an age for the internet?
Maybe this should.
The children,
so.
and more so, should there be an adult internet? Because here's the thing, you can and Mr. Free Speech, there's no more World Wide Web.
Right.
So the free speech thing is out because you can't have a conversation with anybody in China.
No, right. You're right.
Free speech is something where I can at any time talk to anyone. We don't have it. We argue about it.
Oh, you sense it on every form of social media too. So, yeah.
So that's the thing is why as adults, all of us, all legal, responsible, and accountable adults, musicians, politicians, black ones, white ones, fat ones, who gives a shit? Why the fuck are children sharing adult spaces
I agree.
with adult themed with adults?
I agree.
Why are we advertising adult tools and adult themes and adult situations to children to play along in adult spaces along with children? If any adult is comfortable with putting a baby's arm in a bucket full of cotton balls with one needle in it, you need to take personal inventory.
While you're getting all fired up and making people happy, because they like to see you fired up, and let me concur and say that you're 100% correct, and I agree with you. Gio and I are having a little bit of Star War trying to get
How
a Star
old do you have
battle
to be to
going.
drive for driver's license?
16.
16, yeah.
In the state, yeah.
That's because
No, 16
that's
and a half,
you want to
yeah,
know why
yeah,
that
something
is?
like that, right?
You know, and that's because doctors understand that the human brain
Yeah,
is in a course of development.
right,
Okay.
right,
And there are professional people, not me and you,
right,
not all of us on Facebook,
right,
not
right,
all of us
right.
with opinions about lobbying for people we've never met before.
Right,
You ain't never. I don't care a fuck who you voted for. You never had lunch with them.
right. I have all kinds of problems with that.
I don't care who you
This
vote
subject.
for. Vote for who you want. Vote for who you
No,
want.
forget about
you
that.
ain't never had lunch with them.
Yeah, no, you're right about all
So
that.
so that's fine.
It's just crazy to me that someone can't make a rational decision to like buy alcohol or to whatever until they're 21 years old. But they can join the military and die for their country at 18.
And that's
Or even
and
vote, which your vote is
and
actually a
that-
lot more important than people think it is. You can vote at 18.
And to me, like this isn't this isn't even like a political or cultural or social thing. This is a law thing.
Right.
This is adults don't share adult activities and think. Let me say it like this.
Right.
I'm gonna say it like this. There are no responsible, sane, and healthy thinking modern adults that encourage or endorse sharing ideas, themes, activities, or images. No responsible adult that is fucking sane, that is friends with me. Let me say it like that. Any adult that is sane and friends with me needs to understand. And it is inappropriate and criminal for adults to participate in adult activities that they would deem otherwise private for adults. Activities that adults would deem private and exclusive to adults. Images, tools, business assets, and play spaces that adults unequivocally agree that are exclusive and private to adults. Adult words, moves, gestures, body language, video games. I don't give a fuck what it is. But for sure, the adult activities that I'm talking about, and you guys know what types I'm talking about.
I'm not making a comment. Go ahead.
So any type of adult activities that an adult can look at another adult and agree amongst adults
Yeah.
that these activities, these images are indeed exclusive to adults and should be private to adults.
I agree.
Because of the development of a child's brain. That's something we need to stand on as adults.
It is. It's something we need
That's
to talk
something we
about.
need to stand on as adults.
But we need to go back to the outline for the show and try to work on that. So y'all think about that. Send us your opinions on that. Comment.
So if there is, put it in the comments. If you think that there should be, first of all, do you think there should be an age for the internet?
Yes.
Because we buy and sell?
Gio made a point.
Because we buy, sell, and shop?
Gio did make a point. He said that with all the stuff going on with kids and how many cell phone use is prevalent, every kid has a cell phone.
Yeah.
They're actually talking about raising the driving age in some states. That's been tossed around. So because
Really
kids
crazy.
on phones getting in accidents and so forth and so on. So
Oh my, that's a whole nother. You know what I mean? And
then it raises the question of maturity. Are they mature
Right,
enough?
that's a
Do
good
they
point.
understand?
Damn.
So yeah, that's an issue.
Right, and I wanna go back and just reaffirm that I started off this conversation with I didn't know.
Right.
I was unequipped and I was disarmed, and the reason why I had this is because it's something near and dear to my heart. And in terms of social media, if there's not an age for the internet, should there be an age for social media?
Yeah, there definitely should be, and I think that there's like an unofficial one, but I think that it's got to be higher.
Okay, I don't know if this is true or not. Can somebody look up right now before we get into the stuff later?
Yeah.
But can somebody look into this? Somebody in the chat. is it illegal for adult offenders and offenders that abuse children? Is it legal for them to be on the internet?
Yeah, someone needs to look that up. It does vary from state to state.
Because I don't know.
I'm sure it's a locality issue. It's a legal issue locally in some areas, and other areas it's not.
Right, because the reason why I say that is because most places you can't fill out an application unless it's
without
online,
naming whether or not you've
so you can't have a
committed certain
cash
type of crime.
right, a cash app or
Right.
that's why I would love to know the.
Well, before we get into that subject
Yeah, what
that
else
you're
do we
talking
got?
about, the meat and potatoes, let's breeze right through. So you talked about the Ticketmaster thing.
Yeah.
Don't we have something for Lexi to talk about? Something insane that happened on Shiprocked, Lexi? You got something for us?
Oh, the beef between Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse.
Dude, you had some. I think you had something else too.
I did.
Right? No, you were gonna. I do want to talk about that though. You had the cool thing with Randy.
Who? No, Geezer. You talking about Geezer Butler?
No, you talking the Lamb of God. They did the performance with Dave Ellison.
Oh yeah.
And you
Well,
wanted to
it's
know what
actually-
I thought,
it's
but I
actually
never
tied-
said anything
It's
to
actually
that.
kind of tied into it. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, this is all Shiprock stuff, and I didn't go on Shiprock this year. I had a lot of friends there. We should have thought about this ahead of time, maybe called a few people, but whatever. Yeah, so there was a video that
Do you
surfaced.
like boats?
Yeah, I'm okay with boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melissa hates boats.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, so I think that Melissa would get used to it if Shiprock
She'll-
hired Sepsiss, though. But whatever.
Don't be so sure about that.
No, she might tell him to beat it.
She fucking hates boats,
Really?
dude.
Melissa, we need to talk.
And
Keep
even the
Dramamine.
Swarmies know this though. Like most people that know me and Melissa well, know that there's
He's in so much trouble
There's
tonight.
not been many times when like our relationship has been strained throughout the years. We're pretty like strong, confident friends, man.
That's awesome.
We were pushed to the limit
On a boat.
on a kayak together.
Oh man. This is a
yeah,
story.
this is one of the best stories of all time.
So I got something for the chat. We only got like 12 people out there live right now. But even if you're watching this as a tape, I would like you to put a 1 in the comment. No, because it has to be different than what you did. Put a 6 in the comment. That's what we'll do. Put a 6 in the comment if you agree. If you agree with what I'm about to say right now, because then we'll know it's only this one thing.
You know, we use 1 and 2 all the time.
I'm gonna use
over and
6
over.
right now because this is gonna be different. Will and I discussed how we somehow or sometimes can't say certain things because of the rules that we face on social media. So we are talking about maybe once a month doing a pop-up surprise out of control show where we talk about all the things on a different platform. We talk about all the things that
They
we're
know
not
what
supposed
it
to
is.
talk about.
There
Yeah.
used to be a show called. I got in trouble for it. But there used to be a show called Mornings Aren't So Bad with William.
Okay.
So if you're a swarmy, you know what that is.
Right,
It
so-
was, and it used to be I would just say
So
the F word
Right.
for
So for
3
the people
hours.
that don't, for the people that don't know, like there's a lot of topics that come up in our conversations when we're not on the air, and we say what we feel freely, and we'd
Yeah.
like to be able to have that ability on a different platform where him and I get together and talk about some certain issues.
Right. Somebody doesn't get mad at Joe.
Yeah. And if you don't like what we have to say,
Right.
you don't have to show up. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like we'll send you the link if you want it, and if you don't want to show up, that's fine. But yeah, if you think that we should get together and have kind of like an uncensored, unedited, unplanned conversation monthly that that could possibly piss some people off. I
It's
mean,
gonna-
yeah,
well,
whatever.
I think everybody will be mad at you, and everybody will expect to be mad at me. But
Right, yeah, no,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
the reality
I
is,
think
the
people are gonna
reality
get mad at
is
you.
they'll get
People
really
are always
mad at me. Yeah,
Right.
I have some very big opinions, and I don't mind throwing
I
them
would
around.
love to hear you be expressive. I would love to see you have an adult space.
Yeah, so yeah, if you think that Will and I should have our own adult space where we can bring on guests here and there that might leave because they're offended, you should definitely.
I'm gonna say right now, there's a warning
I got
on
our
all
first
of our
six.
shit.
I got our first 6. It's coming in now.
Oh, really?
The 6s are coming.
There's a
man.
warning on all of our stuff that we're an adult group.
Yeah, we'll put an. You know what? We'll have Barnes
We have to
develop a
say
little
it
graphic for
sometimes.
us that says explicit content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Some
a good
lady the other
idea.
day, she's like, "You can't fucking do that. Sepsiss is a family band." And I was like, "Yes, we're an old family."
Right. All right. Let's get back to it now.
All right.
Where were we?
Lexi was going to
You
talk
were
about.
going to talk to me about. No, were you going to tell me what you thought about Randy Blythe? So on Shiprock, a video popped up.
Yes.
Of a group of guys playing like a Metallica cover together, and it was Randy Blythe,
fucked.
lead singer of Lamb of God, and it was Dave Ellefson on bass.
Yes.
You know, formerly of Megadeth, and all kinds of other. Dave's in a bunch of stuff, and Dave's a favorite of mine. You know, he's done a show with me. He did my birthday show a few years back. Sepsiss played that. It was a good time.
I like Dave.
Yeah, Dave's a good guy.
Dave likes Starbucks.
Dave does like Starbucks. Yeah.
You like Starbucks?
Yeah. So the first person to ever meet Dave Ellefson from the Sepsiss
Yeah.
staff
Yeah.
was
Oh my gosh.
Bang.
That's
Really?
awesome.
That's
No, it was the greatest moment in Sepsiss history.
I
There is
remember
my brother,
this.
Bang Carter.
That was
He's
most
laughing. No, I'm
legendary
telling you,
thing
bro, this is the
ever.
shit.
That's legendary.
There was Bang, man. He was out there, man. He had his jewelry and his tank top on. He looked like he was going to a rap video, you know?
Yeah. or he was gonna hurt somebody.
Yo,
One
and
or the
he
other.
fucking, dude, and I think he was doing push-ups.
Yeah, probably. In the
You know what
parking
I
lot.
mean? He
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and Dave Ellefson comes in with his assistant. They breeze past us to the hotel check-in, and I'm there with everybody, and we just look all rock and rolled out. And Dave's cool as a fanboy. I mean, like, you know, what guy doesn't masturbate? You know, and
You had to go there.
and he turned around. No, because I was standing with a bunch of beautiful women. You know how we roll with the crew.
I do.
Our girls are pretty.
I know.
We go and we're all there. Everybody's done up, you know. And Dave looks over and he gives us a wink. And before he could get the gaze through to us, before we could lock in and affirm it, I love Bang. He stepped into him, and stepped into his space in a comfortable way, though. Not in a.
You know how big Bang is? Bang is
It's
a big
Bang.
man.
He stepped into
It's
Dave
Bang.
Comfortable
Ellison's
all that, but go ahead.
and, no, well, I'll tell you what, Dave Ellison seemed comfortable.
Yeah, he's very sure of himself. He's all right.
And he looked up at Bang,
Of
and
course
they
he did.
and they shook hands.
Yep.
And I don't think that Dave Ellison realized he was part of the
crew.
crew.
Yeah.
It just that was Dave Ellison, and that was that, you know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we left him alone.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You know, and that Bang
Good
came
stuff.
back over. I'm like, you know who that is? And he's like, no. And at the time, he was playing for Megadeth. So I'm like, that's the bass player of Megadeth. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, nah, for real?
Yeah, Bang was just
Like,
being Bang.
nah.
He likes meeting people.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I know
great.
about that. The only reason why I wanted to chime in about the Randy, you know, it's been.
Talk to me.
Everyone's
What do you think about
everyone's
that?
gonna beat me up.
So-
But I don't know how to say this man's last name. I've been a
Blythe.
metalhead.
Blythe.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm not
So
wrong.
so
You're not wrong.
All right.
No,
So
Blythe.
Randy Blythe.
Yeah.
Dave Ellison's on stage, and then some other guys with jean jackets.
yeah, I
But-
saw the video. I watched it all. I watched it a couple times.
And did you like the performance?
So I know where you're going with this because there's a lot of negativity. A lot of people on the chats and all
I was
that.
gonna say, for a
so-
guy that grew up, I'm a little bit older than these guys.
Yep.
And I don't know if they're able to understand this, but I know that you can go on Metal Injection or Metal Socks or Blabbermouth or whatever
Yep.
the meme kids are doing or whatever.
And they
but
talk shit.
music fans of old rock and roll where you plug the guitars in and play it.
Yep.
That's what I grew up on.
Me
so
too.
you can be mad at me all you want, but
me
like
too.
so when I grew up looking at that stuff, and I wasn't fitted to be a metalhead. I was very unsure of myself. I had a lot to work on as far as I really wanted to be competitive and know what I was doing, and I really wanted to know my stuff before I got involved with the culture.
Yep.
And all I ever heard, Pantera was my favorite band. You know, that was tough. You know, for somebody like me, loving them, being up here where I live, in my home with my, it was very difficult. Dude, like, I don't know, they were really idolized and really respected and really that band, like Lamb of, you couldn't go anywhere as a kid for me and not hear about Lamb of God.
Yeah.
So and here I go again. I wasn't a massive fan of the style of music. But I knew I had to respect it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I did my homework, and I listened to several albums, and I certainly 100% owned their music, bought their music, and was a fan of their music.
But bring us to the
These
performance.
guys got fucking smoked in this article. So they do
I
the
know.
article
I
about it
know.
and said, hey, here goes, and you know how metal sucks or metal injection. It's only designed for
clickbait stuff.
right? They say a
Clickbait.
bad word,
Yeah.
everybody goes on it. They
Yeah.
say something about somebody's skin color, they jump on it. They say something about a celebrity, they jump on it.
Yeah.
It's designed for
People
that.
just
I get
want
it.
That over the top, reaction.
You know,
Yeah,
and we go over there and fuck with those people because of it.
Right.
We try to hit people to it all the time, and we pull from that. But I just wanted to say, first of all, I was a little stunned. When I saw the performance, I had to go see the performance, not because of what the article said.
Because of what all the comments
The
said.
comments were so disrespectful.
Yeah.
The comments were so I don't even want to say like music critic feedback, fan feedback. I want to say disrespectful, unqualified. Just I want to say I'm not building up Lamb of God, but the way that
No, I agree.
they were, it's hard for me as somebody who's not a fan of Lamb of God and to be on a heavy metal site in a heavy metal conversation, heavy metal.
So when it came to music,
I just want to say that those boys and those people, those individuals, was so disrespectful. It's hard for me to even say for 1 second that magazine, that column, is metal.
right? No, I hear you.
I stopped because we've been fucking with those magazines and those people for years, and we read all kinds of disgusting shit. People fucking go at us. You know how it is. Anybody
do.
that knows our page sees us over there, and we fucking beat people down over there, and they throw it back at us just as hard.
Right.
So it's like you get what you give. You get. It is what it is. It's a two-way street.
Fact.
And me and Melissa punch people over there, knowing that we got to stand on what we say.
Right.
And so we get into that, and whatever we get is what we get. But these guys were up there performing. The contributions that Randy made to heavy metal is
Huge.
nothing like
Dave-
what I have.
Dave, huge.
And I don't want to talk about futures because I just think it's unfair to everybody. But just for the sake of it, it's hard to record or measure probably whether you like him or whether you like his catalog or he's a nice guy or he cares about me. In terms of, he probably never thought that he'd help a guy like myself, but somebody like me that really needed a place to understand what was acceptable in metal and what people in metal like. I absolutely looked up to Lamb of God for that. I needed that as a young black kid trying to learn heavy metal and learn how to play guitar and learn riffs. I needed people that everyone associated and could agree that was. So when I read this comment section, not being a fan of them, I was absolutely devastated. Not that what they said to them, but that there was a group of people that called themselves rock and roll fans.
Right, and they were so
you can't be
unaccepting.
that disrespectful
Right.
to a human being
Right.
and call yourself metal. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
There's no way. And dude, I'll tell you what, I looked at the performance, and you asked me earlier before we went on, I thought I was bleeding.
No, you good.
It must have been a
So
thing.
what do you think about the performance?
Okay, so you asked me about the performance, and now I'm gonna sound like a real asshole after everything I said.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
I thought, man, damn, I don't even want to say it, but that's what this is for. For real, I thought in terms of like, I have to look at Sepsiss.
Yeah.
And I have to look at guys I play with.
Right.
And I have to look at guys that I'm seeing every day.
I'm going to appreciate this because I'm going to disagree with you. So go for it.
Okay. Man, I felt like shipwrecked. I tried to imagine buying onto it. So I imagined myself as a small band.
Yep.
And I was like, I put up $5,000 for this. Me and Johnny's out there. There's me and Lexi trying to get our last reel. It's cold. Melissa hates boats.
Yep.
I'm picturing myself there. I'm going, was this a good buy-on for me? Like, I'm doing the whole rock metal reset thing. I'm doing the whole HoneyComb Hideout, Metal Honeys podcast, JP in the morning coffee
Is it an
talk
investment
thing.
or a mistake?
Right. I'm looking at it like a businessman, and I'm looking at the crowd out there, and I'm looking at Randy Blythe, a fucking lamb of God. And no one's doing shit.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
They're
dead.
fucking.
Yeah.
I have never
Crowd
played a show.
is
I think I
so
played one
dead.
show in Manchester. There was one guy. Todd was there. It was the worst show we ever played.
So I think you and I saw the same video. Here's the problem.
Yo.
So do you have any idea how big the ship is?
Do you want to know how it looks
This ship
cold?
is-
It must have been big and cold.
So the ship is enormous, number one. Number two, there's constant music acts all throughout this cruise.
Right.
So some people are going on at 3 a.m. Like it's a constant. Is it
3
20?
No, well, that's why I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
that because these
3
boys
in the
beating each other.
morning?
Yes.
Well, that's why I want to talk
You were
about.
up at 3 in the morning?
That's the point. Some people go on this cruise and they go ape shit because it's like
Yeah.
it's like several days of constant music, and then you hit the port, you get off, and you do stuff, and so you get a lot of interaction with the bands and so forth and so on. Here's the thing, and there's multiple performances.
I needed you to
Each
teach
band-
me this.
Yeah. So the fact that there was not a huge, and there was a lot of people there. Like I was paying attention to like the different levels on the ship and people at railings and this and that. There was a lot of people there, a lot more than we saw from the video we saw. However, yeah, it is sparse because sometimes someone else is going on in 15 minutes, and these performances will overlap maybe. So somebody might be at the buffet eating, knowing that they're going to see.
Right, that's right.
Eating. Knowing
Here
that,
comes Sepsiss, come about to play on snack time.
Right,
Is this like
right.
Kick
is this like a
drum.
festival on a ship?
Yes. It's a
Stage,
festival on a ship.
stage left
So-
guitar.
So if you've got people that bought this vacation, some people are going to want to be able to hit the spa, hit the pool, and someone else is on
Is
stage
this
at the time.
luxuries?
Right. So like some people are going to be like, I'm going to miss that. It's a once in a lifetime moment. I'm going to miss that, but I really want to see Non-Point, in an hour. So I'm going to go do my business now and then go see Non-Point. So you got to pick and choose which performances you're going to watch because you can't possibly make all of them. It's not going to happen. So yes, it's a big cost.
It's like Spotify.
Right, it's a big cost for you to go on the
They're
boat.
going to sell you 300 bands at Blue Ridge, but
And
you're only
as-
going to see 4.
Right, so it's a complicated issue, But honestly, like for me,
500 bands at Blue Ridge, but you're only going to see 3.
so for
On
me,
a ship.
so for me,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
I would have gone on Shiprocked. I would have, but I
But
had,
you like the fan
I had-
experience.
Right,
You're doing something different.
I had other
You're
obligations.
a different person.
right.
Don't
so I
listen to
couldn't
this
do
guy.
that.
He's a different person.
Right, so
He's going to go there for some whole other thing.
maybe.
He has, yes, he does. He has all kind of singers and people that he knows and all type of
Right.
friends. He's going to know.
Right.
The average person is going to spend too much money. They're going to go to Ticketmaster. D. Snyder's going to be there. Ice-T. They're going to be fucking steamrolling over CDs and 8-track cassettes.
All right, hold on. He's out of control now.
All right.
It's true. My experience is different than other people because I would have gone on Shiprocked because there were people that I'm friends with that I would have wanted to hang out
Ha.
with and stuff like that. I would have done that. So, but I also like the experience of seeing what he is talking about. Randy Blythe on stage with Dave Ellefson.
Surrounded by 200 really cold shipgoers
So this
that
is-
do not like music.
But this-
Those people.
Your judgment is wrong on that.
These dudes, I want everybody, they're going to get some views out of this. So everybody loves
Your
Lamb
judgment
God.
is wrong
Y'all
on
go
that.
watch this
I
shit.
disagree.
These motherfuckers were like this.
No.
I was like, damn, it looked like everybody woke up on the ship and, and ate a poop
to be
sandwich.
fair, it was Dave Ellefson and Randy Blythe and a couple of guys that we're not really familiar with, but they've done other things. And they were playing a Metallica cover. So, but to me, that's the best part of going to like small unknown shows is you're going to go see somebody that is playing something and it's a once in a lifetime thing. And no, it's a live performance. It's not perfect. No, they're not all exactly in tune where they should be. No, it's not going to be clean cut like, whoa, that was a great video
Right.
that we produced with 700
Right.
takes. No,
Right.
it's a live experience where
Right.
you're seeing something you're never going to see
Right.
again. So
Right.
yeah, I would have enjoyed that, and seeing the video, I did think they pulled it off pretty well. It was different.
Wow.
It was a different experience, a different take.
Yo,
on it.
Buzz, what do you think, dog? This is a crazy.
It's a good subject. We could have done the whole
I need
show
somebody-
on this.
right,
We could have done the
no,
whole show
this
on this.
is
We're going to run out of
crazy.
time because we had so much to talk about. So I'm going to have to cut this all. Lexi, what is our recording to Lexi tonight? Lexi?
Okay. Well, like how you said that.
Pemberton,
She had no idea this was
no,
coming.
No, because he
Lexi's
has
like,
a goal.
I'm a deer in the headlights.
He has a goal. I'm not
Pemberton,
going to get rid of
we
it.
got to get this going.
She's surprised that we're moving forward.
Right.
That's all.
Now, I want to make everyone be aware of this one thing. This
He wants to complete the show for once.
This, according to Lexi, none of us know what it is. She's the
Oh,
only
we
one that knows
don't.
what it is.
That's true,
We
we
did
don't.
not let her tell us before the show. So the reactions you'll see in the segment are 100% real and genuine. And Lexi, what the hell do you have lined up?
This is music marketing in 2023.
Oh, I like
I've
the subject
been-
already. Talk to me,
I've
Lexi.
been, for the past couple of months here, now that I've been hemmed up for a while and like can't function with two hands anymore,
Okay.
I've directed my thoughts to other places, just in case I can ever carry like merch boxes anymore.
Gotcha.
For instance, and that's been marketing, music marketing,
Perfect.
social media marketing. And I stumbled across this article one day talking about the 10 Commandments in music marketing. And I was like, what? This is so, like, crazy. This is great. We need to do all these things after reading it. And there was 10 things to keep in mind going into 2023. I know we just started February, but you can still do all this now. And number one is don't ignore the data. So when you go on your social media accounts or whatever platform that you are, even on your website, if you have a website, please get a website. Anyway, you will see a bunch of analytics that's like metrics, data, insights. If you did an ad campaign recently, those will all pop up. Don't ignore them. Those are there to tell you what's working, what's
agree.
not working,
Yeah.
where you're growing, where you're not growing, what platform needs a little bit more attention than the other one, and so on and so on.
Right.
So don't ignore the data. Number two is focus on volume over perfection. Meaning, you can have, let's say you did 10 reels for 10 days straight, one reel for each day. And let's say one reel got 50 views. And the next day that reel got 100 views. Woo! And so on and so on. And you have like a couple little views here and there. That is going to do more for you than if you did 2 reels that week and they did 2K each.
Okay.
Volume over perfection. So, for instance, 10 posts of 70% quality are better than one post you spent hours perfecting.
This sounds like me yelling at everybody in my staff.
Yeah.
This is.
I'm a perfectionist too. When I do
That
something.
no, but that right there
Yeah.
is me yelling at staff members and me yelling at other band members that I know, friends of mine that are bands. They're like,
Right.
but Will, I don't want to have to ignore my data, and I'll say, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it.
So
But
what
if you don't do it, you're not gonna do
what
it.
he did just now was he pulled a real solid friend move and he didn't out me, because the real truth is he's talking about me. He was like it's a constant thing where he pulls the manager stuff on me, and I'm like, I'm the manager guy. Like, why are you pulling the stuff on me? And he's like, JP, you need to do reels. JP, you need to do this. JP, Meta says this. JP, and I'm like, Will, what if I don't want to do that?
Like Jeffy the giraffe says
And
that.
he's like, well, you got to do it. And I'm like, no, because I'm like the manager promoter guy, and I don't have to do like the online like celebrity thing. And he's like,
Aha.
you're a personality, JP. You need to embrace it.
No, but you know how many fucking bands say that? Listen what he just said, and we'll talk to the artist, the person that paints, and they'll go, "Will, you're fucking crazy. Like I'm just an artist. Like I'm not trying to be on social media." And then
Social
we
media
have
is huge.
We have a hip hop rap studio, and rappers and clients will come and talk to me, Lexi or Good Bars, and they'll say things like, "Well, man, I don't wanna go on YouTube." And we'll say, "Oh, you don't wanna do stuff." Another thing that like rappers will say, I don't wanna tell anybody my identification." And I'll say, "Well, then you won't get a check.
Yeah, you need a check. You ain't getting paid, bro.
You won't get a driver's license."
Nope.
So I mean, all this you don't want to do stuff. We come on here all the time. I make a joke about myself, and I go, "I don't want to do no record label. I'm on a record label." And I go, "I don't want to listen to nobody. I listen to social media, and I listen to my mom when she was here, and I listen to JP when he has advice to me. We all got to, I say I don't want to pay nobody. We got to pay the phone bill.
Yeah.
We got to. So we don't want to work for nobody. We got to work. But I just wanted to say that that is heavy, Lexi, and I think that more bands and more entertainers and people tell me all the time they don't want to do it, and I'll tell them, then you won't do it, I guess.
Lexi, what's up next?
Number 3 is a fun one. It's work on your live performance.
Oh, yeah.
That means stage
Practices on
plots.
Sunday.
That
Damn.
means fancy schmancy scrims like you see behind you currently.
She's giving you
That
examples.
means like your stage presence on stage. Are you interacting with the audience? Question mark. Are you doing snazzy dance moves, making people have a good time? Also question mark. That is all things that go into your live performance, because if you're a musician, you want people to go to your live performance. I say to Sepsiss every single day. I am shocked that William Savant and Melissa Wolf has not kicked my face in, because I have said so many times, I want to see you guys on stage.
She's trying to mosh.
I want you guys on stage. Why? Because I love going to your live performance. Why? Because you guys have a great live performance. You guys work on your stage plots. You guys go out of your way to perfect your stage presence and how you guys are doing.
Do you
your
think people feel
choreography.
excited as you do? I'm really glad that you work here, because I need people to feel excited about what we do.
100%. Yeah.
So I don't
brings
want to
the
turn
energy.
that down.
100%.
I
She
do
brings
not
the
want to
energy.
turn that
Nope.
down. I want to make that perfectly clear.
100%.
But do you think? And you know what? Other merch girls don't feel like you. So I'm glad that you're around. So you know what I mean?
That's actually true. She's a bundle of energy.
We've been
There's
doing
not a
this
lot of-
forever. You
yeah.
never seen nobody like
Yeah.
this. She's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
At the
I
merch
don't-
tape, the dancing and all the
Yep.
stuff.
That's
And
Good
like
stuff.
real life. That's real.
Do you think other bands should be do you think bands should do more on stage? Do you think they're not doing enough?
Yes. They're not doing enough.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
They
We
can
are-
definitely do more.
I'm just going to put it out there right now. We are not getting to the main topic. tonight.
Okay, that's all right. We'll save it for another time.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
I know you tried.
I
You
tried, man. I really tried. But then, the Mountain Dew energy.
The thing is you guys have fun stuff to talk about, and we enjoy hanging out and talking with each other. That's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do. Something cool.
I'm going to find a way to bring up the topics.
This
before
is
Lexi,
why-
Before Lexi finishes this, I would like you all to know we wanted to talk about sex offenders and criminals in the music industry as our main topic tonight, because it pisses us all off in different ways.
Right.
We also wanted to discuss.
It's true.
He wanted to discuss Ozzy, which is a great topic, and I think Johnny would be great at it. I hope we get
Well,
to that.
hold on. We still
But,
got.
relax. Let me finish. So, and then after that, I was going to segue into a Geezer Butler thing, because Geezer Butler is one of the best bass players of all time, and at 73 years old, he's better at social media for his music
Are
than
you
most
ending
bands
the- are you
today.
ending the
No, I'm
live
just trying to
track?
make sure we talk about it, because Gio said I can't make it, and I'm going to make it, goddammit. And we're going
You're
to talk about all that.
You're letting him do that
Yeah,
to you, man.
I know
He's
it.
getting
I know
you.
it. And then, there's so much more we want to talk
Gio's
about.
we're gonna get a seat.
So much more we want to talk about.
There's
But
a
anyways,
seat right here for
Lexi,
Gio.
what's number 4?
Number
You'd
4.
never be able to get through it if Gio was here.
I'll wear that shirt that I bought off Gio, too, when it comes in, finally. Okay, good.
Number 4 should be everyone's favorite here sitting at this table.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Does this
And
involve
that is,
good-looking women? What?
Ready?
No, what?
Value your raw talent over auto-tune.
Okay.
That
yeah.
who
That's a
said
good
that?
one.
You wrote that?
Yeah,
I did
no,
not write that.
They wrote it. Value your raw talent.
Somebody's being.
over auto-tune. That's fact. Because a lot of people just have auto-tunes. There's no raw talent.
Hold on a second.
What?
Can I say something?
Oh, of course,
We
Will.
don't really see a lot of people on stage, not bands we play with. We don't see a lot of bands on stage use. We do see people use some light processing, but we don't really see people use auto-tune. You don't want me to say the last person it was. You don't want
No,
me to.
I'm not gonna
I'll
ha-
write
I'm
it
not
on a
gonna-
motherfucking
no,
piece of
no,
paper
no,
and slide it over
no.
right now. And
No,
yeah,
no,
you ain't gonna like it.
no,
Ah!
And we
No.
played with them.
no,
Do you wait?
no. Don't do it. All right, let's move on.
All right.
Let's keep going. Don't put the pen down, Will.
They say that the pen is mightier than the sword.
This is according to Lexi, and it's literally that's what she said.
Look how much
Go ahead.
trouble it's causing.
Sorry. Number 5 should cause a little bit of trouble too, because stop being antisocial on social media.
Whoa.
Oh boy, that's
Whoa.
what we were. That ties into everything else Johnny and I were going to talk about. Today.
Yo. We
Yeah.
have to talk about it.
All right. Well, I don't
Let's
know.
just.
We might have to.
It's the elephant in the room
out
at
of
this
time.
point.
We're not out of time.
You know what's going to happen? We started out doing once every other week,
Yo,
bi-weekly,
Buzz,
and
can
then
you
maybe do every
remind-
week.
Can
And
you
now we're going to
remind
turn
the
it to every other
managers
day.
that we're never out of time? We are in a rock and roll band. We don't
No,
run out of
no,
time.
but we are because my good friend Melissa Wolf goes
Oh, that's
on the
true.
air
She has a
tonight
show.
when we're done.
That's true.
So we can't be disrespectful to one of my
Guys,
favorite
true.
people.
Shout out
Go
to
ahead.
the Immaculate Connection Gaming. They do have a program and are also reputable sponsors. They should get more light. Same with BTMX.
Who are our reputable sponsors?
Well, Static X Radio fucking rocks. That's who. Convicted Printing is Eargasm, and I'm telling you, they're killing it for us. I also want to give a shout out to our friends at Metal Layer. Yeah,
You guys are awesome.
yeah. New England rock and heavy metal. Everybody loves them.
Yep.
And to all the radio stations that don't currently play us.
Yeah. Wake up.
Because
You're missing
no,
the
no,
boat.
No. I want them to be definable when we drop our new single.
I would like to say that if you're in the market for a new guitar or a used guitar that's different than what you normally play, go on down and see our friends at New Hampshire Guitars.
Yeah, man, you gotta check them out. That's the peoples down there.
Where are they, Will?
Well, can I just tell you? Then
Wyndham.
Wyndham.
Wyndham, New Hampshire.
See, that was okay. See, that was a real life thing there. I
Yeah.
went assistant,
Right.
Wyndham.
No,
I had no fucking
It's
clue
good because it shows
I was
off the dynamics in this relationship.
okay. I was like,
I
oh,
recommend
shit.
their tank tops.
Oh, you see, boys, I started looking for papers and
Tank
panicking.
tops.
I did want to say that was recorded and
Yeah.
live. I wrote it down here because it goes right into it. But don't hire people to ignore your social media either.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna spend money
That-
on somebody,
guys,
yeah,
So the one that she's got is like, don't ignore people and your fans.
right.
So and see, bands and artists, it's not just rock and roll folks. It's just people like us. People think when I say you rock and roll motherfuckers, then I'm talking about me. When I say you guys are desperate, sad, passionate people, I'm talking about me. When I'm talking about you make a great target for people to rip you off online, I'm talking about me. That's so you know what I'm saying? It's not, people respond to me sometimes on here and they go, oh, like I'm talking about other people. I'm directly talking about me and my experience with it. I'm fucking warning you about my experiences. I'm educating you on and that doesn't mean it's gonna happen to you. But what I'm saying is, I said stuff earlier about record labels and I said everything else. It's because I've gone out and made the mistakes.
Yeah.
I've done the buy-ons. I've done the cheat codes. I've done the and thankfully for us, we did that and we were educated about it at a time. And we knew enough about technology to keep our social media healthy, et cetera, et cetera. But in terms of social media, people ignore it because they're too busy dumping their money into buy-ons.
Right.
Chasing A&Rs and what they want you to do.
Right.
Taking up all your time during honestly, some of the funnest times we've had with managers, they took up all of our time and our investments. And it, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to name names, but you've been here for a long time, and we've had managers that did well and managers that didn't.
Other people that cashed the check.
And the managers that did well with Sepsiss, they did well because they worked with us every day, and they had a clear idea of what we wanted.
Right.
So they didn't come to us with record deals and Spotify playlists. And that's the stuff that they taught us to be attracted to.
Right.
But we see the guys that come back from the DW Battle of the Bands. If you go on and you ask people, and this ain't no shade on them, I'm talking about bands in my experience.
Yep.
If you go on and you say, I want to host a Battle of the Bands, you're going to get a comment list. Do it for fun.
Yeah.
If you think I'm bullshitting.
Yep.
If you're not Danny fucking Wimmer, go on there yourself as an independent, as a regular person doing an experiment. Pretend you're not a celebrity. Pretend you're average Joe.
Yep.
And go up there and ask the average band and say, you guys, I want to host a Battle of the Band in town for money.
Yep.
My neighbors that I love and trust. And you know what they'll tell you? You're fucking stupid. Heavy metal's already fragmented enough. There's already, do you understand that the fans that are fans of Sepsiss are the same fans that are the fans of the bands. We share fans of all the bands that you would imagine share fans with us. Stop. Don't you think we don't know that? We don't ever fear our competitors because we know we share fans with them. We always know how good our competitors are doing because we share the same fucking fan base. We don't want to ever fragment that. People love Mad Dylan. People love Fate Destroyed. People love Dying Oath. People love Nailbite. We don't want that to end. We would never want to. We don't ever want to disrupt that. Not only is it awesome that people like a variety of music, but there's a lot we can learn. I don't ever feel that I'm in direct actual competition with anybody because everybody's so fucking different. We actually live in a world now where we can express ourselves and take a risk to be different. And for bands that lie and say that they're in rock and roll for money, I don't know anybody in rock and roll that makes money. Who are they?
Maybe pre-pandemic.
Who the fuck are they? But when people are like, dude, I can't believe you're not on Spotify, man. I can't believe Sepsiss stands up to the man. You guys aren't going to get a career. I don't know anybody in New England rock and roll that has a fucking career where they make money off of metal.
So, I think it's funny you're never going to have a career because you actually already have one. But
I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
I'm saying our career.
There's not enough money in
our
music.
Career is in modern day music as a modern day pioneer and guy that I love building and part of what binds us together is our relationship with our career.
Right.
Okay. But careers
music
have
is one avenue.
Careers have peaks and valleys.
Correct.
Okay. Blowing up is not a career.
No.
Going viral is not a career.
No.
Careers is what Sepsiss has.
Yeah.
That has peaks and valleys.
Long term.
People come, people go. People and some people build strong relationships with us that'll last a lifetime.
Yep.
Our club, the Swarm, our fans, you, me, all of us here, 16 by 20, everybody that is united in New England heavy metal understands it clearly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep.
We are not fragmented. When I say fragmented, I'm not talking about when you take bands individually and ask them. If I take bands individually and say, do you think Battle of the Bands is a good idea? They'll say no. It causes fights. It's a popularity contest.
Right.
It's a cash grab. The most fortunate people win. Right. You'll hear stuff like this. But if you put the Butcher Babies and you put everybody up there and you put fucking big Twitch numbers up there, then all of a sudden a battle looks like something that's it could be good for your career.
Right.
If it's packaged, and people think all the time that Spotify is great for their career because they package up a nice, convenient image for you at the end of the year.
Right.
So why do people celebrate that kind of behavior? Why don't they celebrate Pandora? And you've seen some of the other DSPs and digital sites start doing it like YouTube. They start making end of the year wrap-ups. Why? Because they know people are obsessed with showing the fuck off. They don't want to make music, they want to show off. So people can't talk about they don't want to pay attention to social media, Lexi. Not when you're here to show the fuck off anyway.
They have to pay attention.
Why don't bands admit that they want to show off?
Sometimes people.
Why not just admit that you want to?
Sometimes people have a hard time
You can't
admitting
have
they want
audience.
attention.
But that's the problem.
Yet they post what they had for breakfast.
Okay, but it's not what you do, it's why you do it. It's
Right.
not
Right.
what you do, it's why you do it.
Right.
And I come here every week and try to remind people that. So if you make music because you love music, and I wasn't talking about my career in music. My career exists in music because of my career in entertainment.
Where were we?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Lexi said something about social media.
Numbers. I can go on.
Guys,
to
it's all an
finish
act.
them.
Let's see.
Okay.
Guys, we script all this shit.
Number 6 is the one that I would really love to see us try to do this year, hopefully, which is opt in for gifts. and more
What do you mean
videos.
gifts like the things that the meme kids do?
Yes. So
Okay, all right.
You don't
I
mean
hear that.
gifts
I hear that.
like Santa Claus.
not
No.
Santa Claus,
So
not the
hold on,
gifts
for
that
all
run-
of you,
They mean
not
like-
gifts.
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 Than what the kids do now.
So,
So if
I'm
you go right now and type in the gift section in Facebook,
Yeah.
type in Sepsiss
Yeah.
or Sepsiss band, and you'll see Melissa blowing out fire
Right,
and all that.
right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
we should get so much more because gifts are actually like really popular.
Okay.
Honest, and also even the swarmies can also attend to this too, also in the chat, because those swarmies also use our magical Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, it's discord.gg/sepsis.
Sure is.
They communicate in the general chat, and there's also another tab in there too called memes, and they use these gifs in the chat to communicate with each other. It's like a moving.
They do. They throw
shorter,
like
short
wasps
form
at each
video.
other, and there's like Sepsis stars that explode.
Yeah.
And if you're on the Twitch right now, they
can
have
use them.
smaller versions of them with like good bars.
Emojis.
Smoke comes out of his head.
Nice.
And Johnny's booping people.
Right. Oh.
Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen it?
No, there's a boop boop thing.
I'm not. I can't.
All right,
I
we gotta
can't-
get
I
out. We
can't
gotta talk
even
about
make
this
this
later.
shit
We'll
up.
talk about this off the air. All right, Lexi, what's number 7?
Number 7 is focus on what he was just kind of talking about. Focus on direct engagement because your fans actually care.
Huge, very important.
He touched on that a little bit.
I'll be doing a
on
reel
the
on
other
that in a few
side.
weeks. Okay.
Yeah. And then number 8 is make sure your brand is cohesive on all platforms.
Oh my God.
Yeah, huge.
I'm gonna yell.
Yeah.
That is so yellable.
It's
Because-
really hard to do.
Ooh. See, I think. Ooh, that's the cream rising to the top. Because
Right, that's it. Because you can't be one type of sepsis on
Right.
Facebook and yet be a completely different sepsis on Twitch.
so and we have a very big staff.
Yeah, and
So
there's a lot of
I
personalities,
have
a lot of ingredients in the soup.
You guys don't know, okay? But I'm gonna have Lexi demonstrate something. If you're ever with us or you see us at a venue, you'll see sometimes us with the big cameras or people out with gimbals, and we're moving around and we're doing some of this TV stuff. We're doing some of this reality TV, wacky
Yep.
social media, because Sepsis is set up like a cable TV network, where throughout the day, if you watch us, you tune into us, there's a series of things that happens throughout
Yeah.
the week, and they're all different. You'll have this program, you'll have Melissa Wolf and Swarm TV on Sunday. The Patreons have their thing, and the Hive, you have the Reels, you have educational videos. Even you have some videos on your page coming out that I think are
Yep.
really cool. JP's got some Reels coming out where he's teaching bands. It's almost like Band in a Box. He's like teaching you like how to build bands and how to market and talk and buy and sell. It's all based on like modern ideas in this crazy format. But I don't know. I had something important to say and I
Oh,
lost me.
shit. I hate when that happens.
That's okay. It happens. Rewind.
And the last one, because the other one is just get on LinkedIn. But the last one is take full advantage of do-it-yourself marketing tools.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't good at that, and it takes work.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the last one, for sure, definitely most of this it takes patience.
Yeah.
It takes time, and you really have to stick with it for you to see the results that they're suggesting that might happen.
Right.
If you do optimize.
And this goes.
Right.
This
a
goes.
combination.
He said something earlier offline, and I hope you guys go check out his reel after about owning your name and bands owning your name. And you said something about bands having a home and a website, and this I another thing that I think we overlook but goes right into that is online now. Just like having your handwriting or your fingerprint is your image.
Right.
I don't think people.
Right. You have the right band image as well.
Your
Right.
sonic image.
Yeah.
You need to be identifiable. Your
Yeah.
music needs to be identifiable.
I'll cover that in a reel later on.
You
too.
need to. Your music needs to be identifiable.
100%.
All that shit for the last few years of all of us just sounding like each other ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
I'm telling you, this is the year that's gonna change because authenticity and being yourself is gonna be more valuable than ever.
Right.
So anything that really sets you apart, if you are somebody that sets yourself apart, like all of our competitors that are not, they are our colleagues because they really set the stage for variety in terms of Sepsiss because we're a variety band.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's so good for us. It's so good for the market, and competition is great online right now for this. So, it's the stitching in of all this.
Yeah.
I think of what Lexi's talking about. The real difficult part is going, you have a podcast here. And that has to be definable. It's the HoneyComb Hideout, and it comes on at Wednesdays, and it's part of the Rock Metal Reset.
Right.
And JP from 16 by 20s on it, and it's at the Toy Box, and Fuck Pay to Play, and
Boop
everybody boop boops,
Yeah.
and I mean the thing is
It's a quilt.
It's right,
It's a metal
Legion
quilt.
of Solace, and people know the logos, and that's taken an accumulative. It takes neighborhoods to build kids.
Right. Right.
And that, when we were talking about earlier about the internet and play spaces and educational spaces, it takes neighborhoods.
Right.
One major thing that boy said to me is, when you put me online, I got to see it all.
Right.
The neighborhood is large, everybody.
100%. And to make it in this business, you have to be willing to put the work. You're either going to be putting in the work or making excuses for why.
It's like it's like people go, I don't want to do social media, and I think everybody missed it earlier, and they go, well, I don't want to do social media, I don't want to do reels, and I say, then you won't.
So I've heard a million reasons
or people
why.
say, or people will say, I don't want to do vinyl, and I'll say, you probably don't know this, but there's a big market for CDs and vinyl, and bands will go, dude, there's no market for tapes, dude. I'm on check out my Spotify, and I'm like, I know you only have 200 monthly listeners. I already checked because I like your band.
Yeah.
Other bands don't like your band. That's why you haven't been discovered. But I discovered you because I like your band.
Right.
And I want you to win, dummy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you feel like you're winning on Spotify,
Right.
good.
Right.
But I'm saying, but you also have tapes, CDs, this. So what Lexi's talking about is winning everywhere, man.
Right. No, it's a huge thing.
Across the board.
Yeah. No, it's a huge
And
thing.
don't pay people to ignore it.
It's a huge thing, and it's hard.
Don't
because
give some bread to some guy that's not familiar with your mission.
as someone that's played manager or consulting manager for a number of bands, I can't tell you the number of times that I have this conversation about social media and people don't follow it. They don't get what I'm saying. And I've heard everything from, they're too young or they're too old to do this or they're too this and they're too that. And it's nonsense. If you really want to make it to the next step, social media is a key component.
Well, people love to say,
It's a key tool.
when people get frustrated with a product, okay, or they've misused a product, or they're intimidated by something, or they don't feel knowledgeable about it, they'll say that it's not relevant.
Right.
Okay? Now, hold on. And they say, oh, nobody does the internet anymore, JP. Yeah. No, you don't, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because the internet is evolving every day. You fuck. You can't say, I don't do computers anymore, JP. Because computers are evolving. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You can't say, I don't do, you see what I'm saying? You can't go, I eliminate the idea. I talk a lot of shit about record labels and record deals because I've had some bad ones. But I didn't say about anything about opposing a good one. You ain't never heard me say on this I said, fuck a bad record deal. I said what record labels will do.
No, you're right.
I said what I have experience with record labels.
Right.
I never said that if there are companies that were willing to play fair with me, fucking TikTok owes me money. Everybody owes me money.
Right.
And not a lot of it. Because there's not a lot of money in music.
No,
Which is why we do a lot of the social media stuff and Amazon and Twitch. We do a lot of entertainment because we've always been entertainers here at Sepsiss.
So I've seen a lot of. First off, hey, good boss. How much time do we have?
It's over.
So we have like 17 minutes.
Okay.
Right, 2 hours, right?
Well, we're supposed to get off for
time?
for ICG.
What time do they get?
9 o'clock.
Oh, we're running late. So I want Johnny to at least get a chance to
Yeah,
talk about
no,
it.
but we absolutely have time for that.
Yeah.
Everyone's good.
Sorry, Melissa. So Johnny
Everything's
wants to talk about
totally
Ozzy, and I think it's important.
She's gonna go get a drink or something. I know. Trust me.
So I'm sad to say Ozzy finally retired from touring.
Go, Ozzy and
I don't
Tom
believe
Brady. They called it quits for real this time.
I don't believe you.
I don't.
I don't believe you on either one of them.
After
Yeah,
four,
I believe
it.
4 years ago, Ozzy sustained damage to his spine, and it made him physically weak. So he sent a heartfelt thing. He's like, I never thought that would be ending like this and coming to like this.
So just so you know,
Ozzy's a big deal when you got a 20-year-old kid gasping for breath over there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not being fresh. I think
20 and
that's
53.
Who
20 what?
the-
What are you? 20?
Who
25.
didn't? Who
25
didn't?
and 53.
But even
we're
she
both affected
grew
by
up
that.
with Sharon.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
here's the thing. So you were talking about the Shiprocked earlier and the Randy Blythe thing and all that.
Yeah.
So the night before Shiprocked was taken off from Florida. The night before Shiprocked, they had a Shiprock concert to kick off the people that were leaving, and they had Steel Panther. Steel Panther came and did a show for the Shiprock crowd the night before Shiprock hit the seas. And as a special surprise, Steel Panther brought Ozzy up to perform with them. And did you not see the video? So anyone that did not see the video, find it. It's out there. It's all over Facebook. It's all over
Wow,
YouTube.
get the fuck out of here.
Ozzy went up. Yeah, Steel Panther went and did Crazy Train, and Ozzy went and did Crazy Train with them. And
So then he didn't retire.
no, hold on. They
Yes.
brought him on stage, and if you watch it, it's a little painful to watch.
Oh man, did I not watch it?
Ozzy's a much older guy now, and he's got a lot of health concerns, and like you said, the back issue, and he had he did good. He got up there, his voice was good, but you could see he had a difficult time.
He
shuffling
should still
around
record
stage.
though. He should do a stream or something.
I don't want to
Yeah,
pick on him. And
he's
and
been
talk
in
about-
physical therapy.
that?
for
Stop it.
years.
What was that?
No,
I can't believe this man.
What did you say?
he said a hologram.
Bars never
no.
said
Hologram.
No.
Bars
No.
never said
Hologram.
End it!
Hologram.
I
No,
can't
yeah.
believe it.
Bars, that was funny. I
That's so
appreciate you,
fucked
bro.
up.
But
No.
but yeah, Ozzy.
Okay,
easy at
everybody
that point.
put
So
a
now-
1 in the chat if they want to see Ozzy. I can't believe
No,
this
no,
shit.
come on, Johnny, talk to us
I'm
about
not
Ozzy.
doing this.
Talk to us
I'm
about
not
the,
doing this.
Pulling
And
the
you want
plug.
to know why?
The retirement that's
I
been
can't
long
do it.
overdue. Talk to us.
I got to back out of this one.
See, go on.
I'm finished.
You prepared for this all
I'm
night, and we wrecked it. on you.
Yeah.
Because we no,
And I'm
'cause one
screwed
of our
up.
first
I'm screwed up over the
episodes-
fucking hologram.
Because one of our first episodes, you guys were talking about Ronnie James Dio,
Hologram.
and now we're talking about Ozzy, and this is just heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know it is.
This
So
is bullshit.
heartbreaking.
I know.
It
'cause
really
'cause
is.
I know we're getting. I know it's funny, but I made a remark that day about seeing Ozzy on a hologram. That's
Right.
awful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now look,
Right.
foot in mouth. I should have just not ever said nothing about it because
No.
now look.
Yeah, I get it.
See, now, but that should teach us all something. To right now, we better all be looking at each other around while we have all our fingers and toes
Yeah.
and loving this moment with us. Because guess what? Someday, no, I'm serious. Someday, it's gonna be your last time on stage.
It's all good, man.
Well, I kind of want to touch up on that. Like, I'm thinking, and I'm like, damn, all the years and all the love
100%.
that this guy put into it. Like,
What are you gonna do when I croak, Johnny? You're gonna fall on the ground.
I'm gonna go to your celebration of life that we have for you afterwards.
You guys better
I'm gonna have a
don't
really
go-
good time.
I'll tell you where you're not going.
Talking about you.
I'll tell you where you're not going. You're not going to Shiprocked with
No,
Randy
he ain't going
Blythe
to Shiprock, no.
and Dave Ellefson.
yeah, but it made me really, really grateful for what I got, and I'm really
That's
excited.
what I mean.
I
I'm
like
really
that.
excited to play April
14th.
14th.
Yeah, you know what? We haven't
That
mentioned that
was
once.
That's the Nashua Garden.
That was
So
April
it just
14th at
makes
Nashua
it.
Garden.
Well, because I promised everybody we weren't going to play any
Sepsis
shows, and now
is playing for
there's
Melissa's
shows.
birthday bash.
There's shows coming, and I knew it was going to start like this.
April 14th.
14th, Nashua Garden. Nashua.
If
New
you want to
Hampshire.
see us, if you guys want to see us in the New England area, I would definitely go to the April 14th show in Nashua.
Even if you just want to come down and talk to the cast of the show, we'll all be there.
We are. We're gonna. That's going to be the return of the Metal Honeys live at the table.
Very, very good. I
I'm
like
so
it.
excited for
I
that
like it.
personally because I am.
Thanks. It's gonna be fun.
So, do you have anything else to add, Johnny? I feel like we kind of cut you off, and that was pretty good. But
I have that one. Also,
You could just stay here and we'll leave, and we'll just keep it on for a while. If there's anything you want to.
No, that was really it.
all right. Well, mine tied into Johnny's, so I'll say it real quick. So, Geezer Butler, the bass player for Black Sabbath, is 73 years old, and he is very active on social media. So, shame on all you younger guys that say you don't have time or blah blah blah. Geezer Butler is 73 years
Yeah.
old, and he's still doing his own social media. I'm actually friends with him on his personal page, and have been for a
That's
long time.
lucky.
Yeah, whatever.
It's, it's still cool.
And so, like,
I'm fanning
Geezer
out.
goes on there and he does stuff to keep himself relevant, which is awesome because he's an amazing bass player. He's legendary. And I was telling these guys on the phone the other day. So he came on, and the reason why I know it's him is because he went on there and he liked a comment that I made on a post he made 4 years ago. So it popped up in memories, and he didn't repost or anything, but he went on there and he saw that he hadn't engaged on that, so he engaged on it. And I thought, you know what? I'm still learning from this guy. 15 years old, I was learning from this guy because he was a bass idol of mine.
Yes.
And so I was learning from him then, and I'm still learning from him now because he's 73 on social media. Checking the boxes and doing the stuff that he needs to do.
Well, that's what I meant about
to engage with people.
About it being evolving.
Yeah.
And I know there's probably a lot more media now and a lot less social.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant about our adult conversation earlier.
Yeah.
So hopefully
it's good stuff. Good stuff.
But we'll be back to not finish more shows.
So Johnny, you got big shoes to fill as a bass player. You gotta not only be really, really good at your craft, but you need to engage with your fans.
Keep knocking out pussy.
And
You already know.
Yeah, that boop boop.
You
thing.
guys can come and find us next Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Next Wednesday,
Wednesday,
live from
let
the
me-
HoneyComb Hideout.